this is Arun Reddy here. Welcome to my YouTube channel Arun Reddy Tech for You. In this video, we are going to discuss about the relational model. So friends, if you are watching my video first time and if you want to learn DBMS, you can go through my channel playlist. In channel playlist, you can find DBMS folder where you can find English videos, and if you want to learn in Telugu, there is a folder called DBMS in Telugu where Telugu videos are available. And if you don't want to miss my video, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to like and share my videos. So coming to our topic, relational model. So relational model represent the database as collection of relations. So what are they saying? Collection of relations. Then what do you mean by relations? A relation is nothing but a table of values, or you can also say as a table. Okay, so relation is nothing but a table. Okay, so every row in a table represent a collection of related data values. So what you are saying, every row. So we can also say a row or a tuple or a record. Okay, so which contain data values. Okay, these rows in table denotes a real world entity or relationships. Okay, so what this represents, a real world entity or relationship. So overall meaning of a relational model is the data which is represented in the form of table. Okay, so table and relation both are same. Okay, so we use a word terminology relation in the table, in the RDBMS, right? So let us see some of the concepts of relational model. So first, table. Okay, so in relation model, the relations are saved in table format, and the table two parts, the two properties are rows and columns. So what a table contains, rows and columns, and in relation model, how our data is represented in the form of table format. Relations are saved in table format. Row represent record, so row each one is record. So you can see there are three records, and column represent attributes. So columns are called as attributes. Okay, next attribute. So what is attribute? See, as we said, columns are called attributes. For example, serial number, S name, marks. Okay, so each column in a table, attribute is nothing but each column in a table. Attributes are properties which defines a relation. For example, student, roll number, name, etc. So what you are saying, for example, if I say student, what you have? You will have a name, number, address, first name, last name. All these are properties. So these properties are represented in the form of attributes, nothing but a columns. Okay, so here attributes are nothing but a properties of a relation. For example, if I say employee relation, then again relation is a table, right? So if I say employee, then what are the properties? Employee name, employee number, employee mobile number, department. Okay, so employee address, employee phone number, all these will come under the properties. Again, they are represented in the form of C attributes. C serial number, S name. So attributes are nothing but a columns, right? Okay. Tuples, tuples are C. Tuples are nothing but a row or records or tuples. You can say anything. See, 101 Ajay 350. This is one row or a one tuple. Second, 102 Naveen 450. Third one, 103 Ravi 380. So rows are called as tuples here. Okay. So attribute domain. The domain attributes are, for every attribute has predefined values. Okay. And scope, which is known as attribute domain. Values and scope. For example, here serial number I have mentioned in the form of number. Now you cannot give a character, right? So you cannot give a number as a character. If I mentioned primary key, so now you cannot leave a value empty. For example, I will write 101. Here I am not going to write anything. I am trying to leave. It will not accept. The domain will not accept. And for example, there is a marks here. So marks, I have kept a condition that it should not be greater than 500 and less than 0. Okay, so marks should not be greater than 500 and less than 0. But somebody trying to enter 1000, so it will not accept. So this is called as domain. Okay, so domain is a predefined value and scope of an attribute. Okay, right. Next, relation schema. What do you mean by relation schema? Means relation schema is nothing but a design. Okay, for example, it contains name of the relation and name of the columns or attributes. For example, if I have a table with empty data, okay, so for example, student number, student name, marks. I have only headings and table name. So I don't have a values. That is called as relation schema. It's a structure of a relation, right? Relational key. So of course there are a lot of attributes. In that one attribute is key attribute. We will call it as relation key. Okay. So this key attribute will uniquely identify the other key attributes. For example, here a roll number. Let us assume we will take a student roll number, or you can take if you have an Aadhaar card, your Aadhaar card number is a unique one. Is it right? So if Aadhaar card is duplicate, what happens? then your Aadhaar card itself is a big failure, because they if somebody enters your number, it will show your data or it's some other data, right? So if anything, see, in a relation, anything which is uniquely identifying other attributes, any attribute which is uniquely identifying other attributes are called as relational key attribute. Okay, and I can also say example of roll number or a hall ticket number. For example, a degree student is there or a engineering student. If you want to see the result, what is the key for him? What is the key? Is roll number. So if you enter roll number or a hall ticket number in the website, you will get the result. For example, engineering results or degree results, right? Okay, so that's a key. Okay, right. Next, relational algebra. So what it is, it's a procedural language. Okay, so it consists of set of operators that can be performed on relations. So these operations are performed on tables. Relations in nothing but tables, right? So there are totally 9. Okay, so actually you will find them in the different categories. Even join they will see in a different category, but I have kept all the 9 in the single category. They are relational algebras. Okay, so let us start first with the union. Okay, so union, sets, we have done sets in your max, okay, school max. So where we use Venn diagram, in Venn diagram also we used to use in union and intersections, right? Okay, so you can see here there is a table A, table B, right? So A and B are two relations. Again, we will say relation table as a relation, right? Okay, so it displays total values, attributes in both relation. Okay, so what it is saying, in the both relations, what are the values are there, it will be represented. For example, Ravi, Raju, Suresh, Ramu are there. Here Aditya, Suresh, Ramu, Lucky are there. So Suresh, Ramu are common in both. So what union will do? It will represent all these names and avoid, see, it avoid duplicate values. So it will not represent twice. Suresh, Ramu will not come twice. So result will be C. And we use union U symbol. Okay. So see, Suresh, Ramu is not appearing twice. That means he is avoiding duplicate values. So that's a union, A union B, right? Next, A intersection B, it displays common elements. Okay, so common elements, Suresh, Ramu, right? So see, Suresh, Ramu, right? Next, difference. There is a different. See, A minus B is different, B minus A is different. So previously, A union B and B union A result will be same. A intersection B, B intersection A result will be same. But in the difference, A minus B is different and B minus A is different. For example, if I say A minus B, so Suresh, Ramu are common, right? A minus B means B values will be deleted from A. That means Ravi, Raju will be the answer. See, A minus. Suppose if I say B minus A, then Suresh, Ramu will be deleted from B and you will get only Aditya and Lucky. See, B minus A. So that's the difference between A minus B and B minus A. Right. Next, Cartesian product. Okay, so here product itself, the word itself says that it's a multiplication. So what happens, A and B two relations, right? So a new relation consists of all pairwise combinations of all elements in A and B. So you can see Ravi, Aditya, Ravi, Suresh, Ravi, Lucky, Raju, Aditya, Raju, Suresh, Raju, Lucky, Suresh, Aditya, Suresh, Lucky. So what happens here, each pair will have a separate. Okay, so here there are 3 elements. So elements, relation A has m elements, 3 elements, and relation B has n elements. That means 3 elements. So m into n, 3 into 3, 9. So the result will be 9. So let us see 9, total 9. So Ravi, Aditya, Ravi, Suresh, Ravi, Lucky, Raju, Aditya, Raju, Suresh, Raju, Lucky, Suresh, Aditya, Suresh, Lucky. See, right? So like this, it will multiply m into n elements, right? Okay. Next, selection. What selection will do? It will have a certain conditions and it will show only particular data. Okay, so it displays all the attributes or columns of the rows in a relation. Okay, so it contains separate a condition. For example, see here it will present sigma symbol. Okay, so which we use for standard deviation. Okay, standard deviation condition R means relation. So standard deviation marks condition, what is it? Should be greater than 85. A. So this is the table, right? So in this, greater than 85 means last Ramu should not come, right? See, Ramu is not there. So it will what it will do, based on the condition, it will give the result, right? Next, projection. So what you want to project, here we can also keep a condition, but I don't want to get you confused. So I just selected only a columns. Okay, so select specific column. Suppose in a table you don't want to see all the columns, you want only to see particular columns, then we use projection. Okay, so you use pi symbol, you can see here by student name. See columns, if you want multiple columns also you can write student name A. So already a table is there. In this I want only student name. See, only student name. Now this is the result of projection, right? Next, divide. So divide is just like a reverse to the a minus b. A minus b, so b minus a result will be appear in the a divided b. For example, see, a divided by b means here Suresh Ramu will get cancelled and Aditya Lucky will be shown. See, a divided by b. So that's a little bit complicated one. Okay, right. Next, rename. Rename, what it will do? It will rename the old name with a new name. For example, table A is there, right? So I want to represent change the name as B. So example PAC. Sorry, C. So what happens now? Table name will change to A to C. That's how rename works. Right. Next, last one, join. But this join is further divided into again 5 categories. Okay. So let us see what are there. Right. So it's a combine. It combines two or more relation. What is join? It will combine two or more relation. Okay. Symbol can be used. It can be mainly divided into 5. Okay, 5 types. Okay. So outer join, again outer join is 5 further divided. So I am not specifying specifically outer join. Okay. So natural join, left join, outer right join, full join, inner join. Okay. So mainly these are the categories. So let us go one by one. First, natural join. So natural join is a set of tuples of all combinations in R and S. So what are the all combination? 101, 102, 103. See, we have got two combinations. So what happens when I say employee into salary? See, here I want name and employee. I don't want employee code. I didn't mention employee code here. Okay. So if you don't mention anything and if you write employee into salary, then you will also get the employee code also. Right. So result will be see employee name, salary. So again employee code is the main column which is matching both the tables. So employee table and salary table together combined, you get a natural join as employee name. See, Ravi 101, 50,000 101. So 101 is a key, employee code is a key, right? So Raju 102, 102 to 30,000 means Raju 30,000. Suresh also 103 and 25,000 103. So Suresh 25,000. See, so this is how it will join the two tables, right? Next, outer join. So outer join, see what happens in outer join means it will only select the columns which are matched. Okay, so which are matched. So what are their means? See, for example here Ram Sham are both are same. Hari are same, but Ravi in the employee table and Kuber in the salary table are different. So now it will eliminate Ravi and Kuber and it will show Ram, Sham and Hari. So only matched one it is represent. That's called outer join. So outer join only represent the matched one. It will avoid the unmatched. Unmatched attributes will be avoided. Okay. Right. So same outer join is further divided into 3 categories. Left join, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. So first let's start with left outer join. So left outer join, what it will do? It will join all the combinations in R and S are equal to the on their common attribute name. So what you are saying? First it will show all the columns in the employee, and whichever are matching with the employee table will be represented from the salary. For example, Kuber is not there in the employee, so it will not show Kuber. So what it will do? It will show Ram, Sham, Ravi, Hari. Okay, but you may have a doubt. Ravi's salary is not there, right? So what it will do? Okay, then what it will do? It will show null. See. So Ram, Sham, Hari, Ravi. So Ravi, of course, Ravi city is there, but we don't have a salary, so it is represented null. So what left join will do? It will give preference to the left table, and it will select all the rows of left table and avoid the rows of right side table if they are not matched. Okay, same thing right join reverse. What happens? It will take all the rows of the salary table and it will match with the employee. So which one is not matching? For example, Ravi is not matching, so it will avoid the Ravi and it will show C. Now Kuber we got, Hari is not there, and salary we know, but we don't know city, right? Hari, so Kuber, so it will just write as null. Right. So combination of right and left join is full join. So full join, what happens? Left or right join exceptions. Okay, it contains all rows from the both table. Right. So let us see how it will work. For example, you can see Ravi is not there in the salary table and Kuber is not there in the employee table. Right. So but when it shows, it will show, see, Ravi, Sham, Ram, Sham, Ravi, Hari, Ram, Sham, Hari, Ravi, C. Kuber also mentioned. So all the columns are now mentioned. But the only thing it is doing is, because we don't know Ravi's salary, so it is keeping null. We don't know Kuber's city, so it is keeping null. So now what full outer joining doing? It is giving all the columns wherever the values is not there, there it is specifying as null. Now once again let us see the left join, right join and outer join. Okay. For example, same example. If I do left join, what happens? I will not get the last column. Kuber will not be there. Okay. So next right join, what happens? Ravi will not be there. Full join, what happens? It will show both Ravi and Kuber. That's the difference between a right, left and full. Okay. Next comes equijoin. Equijoin is also called as inner join. So we use equal to symbol in the equijoin. So equijoin one only shows when the different columns are matched. Okay, their value should be matched. For example, class ID, product ID should match. I will say customer class ID equals to product ID. So see, class ID 1 1, okay, 2 2, 3 3. Now how it will show? See, class ID, name, product ID, city. Now you doesn't need a same, see, in equijoin you doesn't need same column headings. Okay, so the columns, if they are matched, it's okay, and it will represent multiple types. See, class ID is separately mentioned, product ID is again mentioned separately. So this is called inner join. Nice, right? So friends, I hope you liked the video and you have understood the video. And if you like the video, please do subscribe and don't forget to like and share. Thank you.